is a kind of, like you said, it's a cheaper model. So you're not going to really maybe even show up. It's $10 a month. It is no really investment into it for yourself to even show up.
Yep.
100%. Yep. 100%. So people are not going to miss it.
Is it a thing of like I guess those was it Planet Fitness? What is the one that had where you can't come in there if you look good already or whatever? Which one was that one? Like if you look, was that Planet Fitness? Yeah, if you was already fit, you couldn't come in certain hours or something like that. Where like you would intimidate other people. I was like, what?
And I mean, and the thing about fitness is, I from a marketing standpoint, branding standpoint, it makes complete sense because, I mean, the reality is like the average American is just not fit. Like not in not shaming, but it's just that's the truth. If you look at just the data suggests that the average American is not fit. So if you cater your brand to people that are like, okay, you can come work out whenever you want to. Like, you're not gonna be judged. You can come in and maybe not even sweat, but you can say you worked out. Like, you know what I mean? That's a lot of people like that checks a box for them. So from a branding standpoint, it's kind of genius, and I think that's why they've been able to be so successful because they're selling fitness, but they're really not. They're selling, to me, it's a psychological thing. They're selling to people. They're selling, and not always. Everybody that goes to Planet Fitness is not in there not trying to work out, but there's a lot of people that have Planet Fitness memberships that probably go to the gym 2, 3, 4 times a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think Heath, our best learning experience when we got into this game was understanding that we don't compete with Planet Fitness. You know, people come in all the time and say, well, Planet Fitness is only $10. And then we would have to be trying to explain, you know what I mean? But the thing about it, my bad, my screen went out. We're not the same from an experience standpoint. The things that we offer, the culture and the community that we have.
It's like a Benz trying to compete with the when we told a Hyundai earlier. It's like
exactly.
Why am I trying to convince you that this Benz is better than the Hyundai?
Exactly. And I think one of the things we did, Heath had a strong selling background. And all credit to him for this is we learned how to pitch our product in a way that magnified what we did versus pitching our product against somebody else. You know what I mean? And then people started to really understand that. It was like, yo, okay, I get it. Like, I'm here for this. Like, you could still have that $10 gym membership that you don't go to. That's fine. But this is not that. So we got really good at that. And I think that was a big part of our success is really creating that pitch and sticking to it.
How has it been during these rough times during COVID with the gym situations, man? Like, how has that been for you all, and how have you guys mitigated these times?
Yeah, it's been challenging, man, for sure. And I'm gonna say up front that I respect and I understand the policies coming down from Dr. Page's office. Like, we're not one of those dudes that like, oh, F this, yada yada. Like, I get it. Like, the number one priority that we have for people is to keep them safe and healthy. Like, that's the number one thing. So I understand what they're trying to do to keep people safe, and I agree with it. Now, do I, on a bigger scale, I don't agree with the fact that there's not been any support for businesses. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, it's tough to say, well, here's these restrictions for businesses, and then not say, well, this is what we're going to do to help you out, right? Like, that's the part that I have an issue with. But I understand the restrictions because we want to keep people safe and healthy no matter what. It doesn't make sense to have 6-pack abs if you're going to die on a ventilator. That's dumb,
yeah.
Right? That's just so I do definitely get that. It's been a challenge, but I think that what's helped us to sustain, and there's, I think, a couple of different things. Number one is Diontre is, I tell people all the time, like, if Diontre's name wasn't Diontre Marcel Dukes, if it was like John, you know what I'm saying, Washington or whatever, like, he would probably be running like a major corporation because he's so strategic and so forward thinking when it comes to like how to position from a strategy standpoint in our business. But because he got a beard and his name is Diontre Dukes, he probably that's just the reality, you know what I'm saying?
I run a Liberty Tax because of that.
I probably got too much melanin, and that's okay. You know what I mean? So he's been able to help position us from like a financial standpoint to help us to be able to navigate that. And number two is our brand is very strong. When I say our brand here locally, people really, you know, they ride with us, and they ride with us because they know we're going to do what's in their best interest all the time. Like, we take care of our members probably better than anybody when it comes to like just giving them the opportunities to work out and be safe and work out outside, you know, from the digital content standpoint. Like, and I would say this too, like because we've been stand up on how we do business, like you're not gonna find nobody out there to say that we effed them over or that we played them the wrong way. Like our name stands strong, it rings, you know, rings out there. So people like, yo, I'm a fool with these dudes, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep my membership, I'm gonna keep coming supporting the gym. Now, have we lost people? Heck yeah, we definitely lost probably like 20-25% of our membership base. But
that's pretty good comparatively what a lot of places probably have lost membership wise.
Yeah.
We've been, and on top of that, like I've said it before, and I'll put our gym against anybody in St. Louis. Like nobody does this better than what we do. And I'm not in a braggadocious standpoint, but just like from facts, like yo, our trainers are amazing. Like the facility is always immaculate. Like the gym is super duper clean. We got all the protocol to make sure that you have a safe workout. If you want to work out outside, cool. We spent thousands of dollars on protective screens to have you so you can work out in a safe space. If you just want to stay at home, we have strong digital content for you. You know what I mean? We got all the accessories as far as the gym equipment. Like there's not really a place where you can go and get what we have at the price point that we have. So we feel confident that we just do this better. It's not like we trying to be braggadocious. Nobody's better at this than we are. I really don't think so. So I think people recognize that and like, yo, okay, I'm gonna keep rocking with these cats.
So what do you, D, what do you think the future of fitness is? You said you guys have always been seeing what's the next steps, what's coming up next. What do you all, I mean, you ain't got to give us all the cookies in the cookie jar, you know, but, you know, what do you see on a transitional level, what it's going to be?
Yeah, the reality is digital content is going to have a lot of value. I don't think there's going to be I don't think we'll go away from the brick and mortar fitness location, but I think there will be more value in creating good digital content. And when I say good digital content, I mean next level digital content that people can access from wherever they are. I think that's just the way we're going. I think if you think about your mobile device and what you look at, like, I mean, it's really easy to go to it and pluck a workout. Like, you see somebody working out on Instagram, and be like, oh, I'd like to take that, you know, that combination and take it back to the gym. Well, COVID has put so many people into their homes and they realize, hey, I can do this. Like I can have still a manageable fitness experience at home. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna go to the gym. That's not what I'm saying. It means I want a good digital option, a good digital solution. And I think right now it's kind of an arms race to figure out who can do it best and provide the freshest, most up-to-date content. And that's tough, man. It takes
it's very expensive, and it's very expensive to get new content constantly.
Constantly. That's what we learn in the financial services business. Content is exhausting, like because you're constantly working, trying to stay ahead of the curve. So, I mean, I think people are trying to rush to it. I think Heath and I have an approach to digital content, and our approach is to do it the right way. Like what we don't want to do is sprint out in front of it and make all the mistakes that make other people successful. As I'm saying is, we don't want to be the first to run out there and wreck. So we have an idea of how to get into the digital content game, and we'll see where it goes from here. You know, I think my personal thought is if there's a vaccine and you know, by next summer, people are starting to come out of the house, I think there's going to be a run on fitness. Like I think it's
going to run on everything, man. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a total like retread from what we see now where everybody at home doing stuff. I think people going to start canceling their streaming services because they're going to be like, man, I ain't at the crib. I'm only going to keep Netflix and Amazon. Like, and I'm not going to need all the other ones because I'm out. I've been out all summer. Like,
I think it's going to be a capacity issue too, because in the midst of that, when you have this run, there's going to be so many people that didn't make it. So the question becomes, if you made it, like, what have you done to make your experience amazing? So I think we're kind of dug in on that front too. Like when that run does happen, we want to make sure we're positioned to where when people come in, they're like, oh, this place is dope.
I should have been coming here before.
I should have been coming here before. You know what I'm saying? And not that we don't want to go all in on digital because we think people are coming back. You know what I mean? I think people are coming back. So it's a combination between the two. But it's a lot of content, man. It's gonna be a lot of content to be had out there in the world.
So what do you all think is your best training class at the facility, man? And this is the one that you had to suggest. Like, if I'm just coming in off the streets, I work at Jiffy Lube. I'm the manager there, and I just need to go work out after a long day of changing oil. I need to like what class should I come to as y'all gym?
Man, I think for us, man, like we build our classes so that every class is amazing, and our workout du jour is boxing and kickboxing. So I'm not going to say one particular class because I think that all our classes are amazing. It kind of depends on, from a fitness standpoint, what you like. Like, we have some classes that are super cardio intensive, like, yo, this, I might die, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I mean, keep in mind he works at Jiffy Lube. He under the spigot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he need a little bit of slower pace, man.
Right,
he is the manager, but sometimes you gotta get up under there. You know.
right, no doubt. So we got classes for everybody, man. Like, I think the beautiful part of I tell people all the time, man, the best part of our gym, to me, is the best cross section of what St. Louis is like from a fitness perspective. Like, I've been in every gym, not every, 80% of the gyms in St. Louis, especially the boutique fitness gyms. I've been in because I like to work out and I'm intrigued by fitness. So I've done everything from Pilates to bar to CrossFit to, what I'm saying, the running class. I've done them like all the classes, right? And I've never been in a studio like ours because you'll have an 8-year-old in our gym, you'll have a 72-year-old in our gym taking classes, you'll have a black mama, you have a white mama, you have a gay dude, you have a gay lady, like you have